Okay, this is the first little exercises to do with your cello. After you've stood up, taken a bow, sat down by bringing your cello around like this. Remember to go like that. So let's start from this position. You've got your feet nicely balanced on the floor. Cello's out in front of you. Bring it around like that. See how still I can keep my head? And what we'll do first is get the thumb into the saddle. And this is just to make your fingers a little bit more supple and strong, your left hand cello fingers. Let's take a finger, the pointer finger, finger number 1, and we'll make up 4-note pattern, like A, D, G, C. Okay, pretty simple, but did you notice my elbow? It starts a little bit low and it gets a little bit high by the time I get to the lowest note on the cello, which is the C string, the thickest string. So here we go. Let's try that. A, D, G, C. Okay, you can do the same thing with the next finger. Finger number 2. A, D, G, C. Okay, you can practice on your own with fingers 3 and 4, and then try another pattern. I would make up one that would go maybe with some repeated notes, like A, D, G, G, C. And I'm going to choose ring finger, finger number 3. A, D, G, G, C. Okay? I wonder how many patterns you can make up by the end of the week. You could write them down and keep a chart if you like. Okay, there's another kind of plucking, and this is the plucking we mostly do on the cello. This is the plucking just to strengthen. So with our other hand, right hand, bow hand, which we're not using the bow right now, take your thumb, feel that flat edge, the side of the fingerboard. By the way, this big black piece of wood, which is usually made out of ebony, it's beautiful wood, is called the fingerboard. So slide all the way down to the very end of the fingerboard, and now back up about 5 inches or so. Keep your thumb right there, feeling that nice smooth side. Okay, now we're ready to pluck, and we'll just pluck with our pointer first finger. We won't use the other fingers to pluck here. So I'm going to make up a pattern with a rhythm, and let's see if you can listen and then copy. Okay, I'll repeat it a few more times and maybe you could join in. I'll give you a new one, completely different. We'll start on the open C, the very thick low string again. Okay, did you notice my elbow's a little bit low for this side of the cello, and then it goes higher? So it's kind of like that for both elbows. When we're on the A string, the right one is high and the left one's low. When we're on this low fat C string, the right one is lower and the left one is higher. This is a good thing to practice. Twisty turny, I think I'll call this. Okay, so let's get to jumping jacks, which is a really important exercise, because in this we're trying to learn exactly how to use our fingers and our arm and even our back muscles. So shrug your shoulders and drop them. Oh, that feels good. Let's do it again. And drop them. And now drop your hands on your knees. Now, I probably think it's time to do a posture routine. So I'm not going to do it because I won't be all on the camera if I do it. But you know how to do it. Step 1, put your cello out. Step 2, stand up. Step 3, take a bow. Step 4, step right behind your cello. Step 5, sit down but keep your cello up. And last step, come on in. There were supposed to be 7 steps in there. I think I forgot one. Okay. So we're balanced, hands on the knees. Are your feet still nice and balanced on the floor, or have they shifted, wobbled? Okay. So here we go. We're going to put our left arm, I like to stick it straight out, like that. Okay. Left arm out, circle it about, cup your hand, spread your fingers out. Okay, what I mean by that is you're making a shape like this, where you have a very nice C curve. It's like you're holding a can of soda. And I say spread your fingers out because we don't want fingers like that. We want them a little bit spread. Okay, so get into that shape and stick your arm straight out. Now you're going to bring it straight in because we would like to keep the elbow up. We don't want to bring the arm in and then the elbow is down, pointing to the floor. We want elbow up like chicken wings. Okay? Let thumb touch with its tip to the tape, the little piece of masking tape I put on your cello, the back of the cello neck. This is the cello's neck, by the way, right next to your neck. It should be pretty close. Not touching your neck, but pretty close. Okay, so line up all your fingertips on the D string, second string from the top string. And thumb is lightly touching. I'm not pressing anything. I'm really gentle. Okay, now what I'd like you to do is lift all of your fingers up, all 4 fingers, and then let them touch down, up and down, up and down. This is one kind of jumping jack. The next kind is you keep your first finger, pointer finger, keep that one touching and lift the other 3 fingers. Lift and drop. Lift and drop. When you get more comfortable with this, you can actually make a lot of noise. Okay, so this is one way to do jumping jacks. And another way is to lift all of them. Okay, you can do this by trying to count to 5. See if you can do 5 really correct ones. With the elbow up like that. And then rest. Maybe then another 5. Okay, I'm going to say a poem and then we'll be done. And we'll do the type of jumping jack where we're keeping the first finger touching. First finger can also sink in a little bit if you like it to, or it could just touch lightly. So it goes, once on a night as black as pitch, Isabel met a wicked old witch. The witch's face was cross and wrinkled. The witch's gums with teeth were sprinkled. Okay, so that's a great poem to say this exercise with. Just make sure you're doing it correctly. Don't just do Isabel met a wicked old witch. Alright, no silly stuff. It has to be really correct. Okay.